Precision English for Wafer Fab Utilization, Analyst-Ready Phrasing. Welcome! In this micro lesson, you'll learn to write fab utilization notes that sound crisp, accurate, and investor-ready. We'll ditch plant floor slang and use phrasing an equity analyst can plug straight into a model. The goal is to balance precision with plain English, so your updates are clear to finance teams, executives, and clients. By the end, you'll know how to describe utilization levels, capacity nuances, bottlenecks, and demand mix without fluff. Think of this as a toolkit for writing notes that are concise, credible, and immediately decision useful. Start with definitions. Utilization compares actual output to available capacity. How hard the fab is working versus what it could produce. Capacity comes in two flavors: nameplate, theoretical maximum, and effective, after downtime, maintenance, and yield ramps. Loadings are wafer starts, while throughput is wafers out. Don't mix them. Finally, mix matters. Node complexity and layer count change how many wafers you can finish. A fab can be busy on starts, yet ship fewer wafers if the mix skews to advanced nodes with more processing steps. Analysts prefer ranges over false precision. Use high 80s, low 90s, mid 70s instead of exact percentages unless audited. Say utilization improved sequentially rather than Q quote Q up for clarity. When mix or complexity limits output, write operating below nameplate on mix constraints. Avoid casual idioms like running full tilt or flat out. They're vague and not professional. Your aim: signal direction, magnitude, and drivers in clean, investor-ready language that maps to charts, models, and quarter-over-quarter comparisons. Differentiate installed capacity, tools on the floor, from qualified capacity, tools proven for a specific node/recipe. Call out constraints precisely. Tool constraints at litho/etch, back-end loose, tells readers where the choke is. If WIP is slowing, note cycle time elongation clouding output to explain softer shipments despite steady starts. Be specific with tool types, e.g., EUV, DUV lithography, dry wet etch, dep/clean, CMP, test/assembly, not just equipment. Specifics help analysts adjust bottleneck assumptions and capital timing in their models. Tie utilization to end demand and product mix. Example: strength in auto/industrial. Handset soft, communicates channel divergence cleanly. If advanced products require more steps, write richer layer count, diluting effective capacity, which explains why output lags starts. During node shifts, note node transition creating learning curve drag to flag yield and cycle time headwinds. Avoid vague lines like demand is good/bad. Instead, point to segments, SKUs, or nodes so readers see what's driving loadings and where mix will push or pull effective capacity. Anchor every statement in time. Use Q/Q and Y/Y for comparisons and sequential for quarter-to-quarter trends. Reference seasonal run rate when relevant to typical patterns. Phrases like exiting the quarter in the high 80s give a clean snapshot at period end. Forward-looking? Write guiding flat to slightly up utilization to set expectations without overcommitting. Always parametric with a time frame, week 13, Q3 average, or exit rate, so analysts can align your note with reported figures and model cadence. Use cautious, compliant phrasing. Prefer verbs like suggest, indicate, and point to when your view relies on checks or partial data. Pair data with qualifiers. based on channel checks, per customer feedback, or internal tracking to signal source quality. Avoid implying access to material non-public information. Stay with aggregated, observable trends. When uncertainty is high, close with a range 80 to 85% depending on mix. This protects credibility, reflects real variability, and keeps you aligned with disclosure norms. Use tight, plug-and-play lines. Examples: Fab U rose to the low 90s Q prescribable on auto strength. Litho remains the bottleneck. Back-end underloaded. Effective capacity constrained by richer layer mix. Guide: flat to up utilization exiting Q3. Each sentence states level or direction, names the driver, and hints at modeling implications. Mix and match to build short notes readers can paste into updates. Aim for one line on level, one on constraint, one on demand/mix, and one on outlook. Clear, sufficient, and investor grade.